Hey everybody, it's me. It's your girl, Danielle, the content creative photographer. And I have to say thank you for coming. This is going to be our first live here at YouTube, and I hope y'all going to enjoy this. Actually, like how it said, it's press credentials, courtroom, and photos and point of view. Okay. And we're going to talk about it. And you know what we're going to be talking about today is what everybody's been talking about is Cassie. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, so bear with me. Um, Also, what I'm is I'm going to, along with while I am actually talking about this whole situation, we're gonna go get into it. The reason why I'm getting into this is because I know I'm a photographer, and to get into this, photography is always into everything. So we're going to look at the pictures as well as going deep and dive into the whole situation and look at what we see, and you can hear our point of view. Right now, I'm going to add my guest, Kimmy. I'm gonna bring her on right now. So
What's poppin',
can
D?
you hear me?
I can hear you.
How you
You was
doing?
lagging for a minute.
You can hear me? I was.
What's up, YouTube?
I guess it's
Yup.
because of the internet. Something like that.
Yeah,
So
it's
I
crazy.
was
And you
just
know I'm out
thank you
here.
for. I know your friends. the
Hmm
the
Soon as I walked
the,
out the
the
door, it started springing
they were right there. Of course,
right there
they trying to
screaming.
greet you. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
So what's up?
So
How was your day? What's going on?
okay. Well, today, like I was telling everybody, is that we're gonna get ready to talk about. Well, the topic today is gonna be about. I'm gonna say, it's gonna be like what the title says: press credentials, courtroom photos, and point of views. Now, one of the reasons why I actually put myself on this is because no matter what you do, there's going to be photos. Because when people can't be there, they're going to see the photos to see exactly how people look, the emotions, and stuff like that. And and at the same time, I'm a photographer and I'm human, and I have my point of view as well as looking at photos and analyzing and looking at things and trying to give my point of view as a normal person, from a person that's looking from the outside looking in. So because this man is on the hot seat, and it's
He's
it's
on.
it's really
Listen,
really it's really crazy.
I got two questions. Okay. My first question is this. First, rest in peace to my two little brothers, Bruce Mason and Barry Mason, Queens Village.
Yes,
Anywho,
yes,
yes, give blessings.
yes.
Let me have a moment of silence. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you, D. But now, what I'm gonna say is
No
this.
problem.
So,
Hmm.
back in the days, right, I was in the fashion industry, and
Okay.
I was working with Kalkanai and that urban designers circle, right? And Sean Johns used to be there and everything, and they carried this off really well. Um, he
Right.
was not
Okay.
who he is right now. I could tell you that. That's a fact. And if he
Okay.
was, he really
Wow.
wasn't hyper like that. I mean, he always was doing his one too. But all of
Right.
this that's going on right now,
Right. Right.
listen, I don't know what then got into him, but it needs to come on out. Free yourself, bro.
Uh, Because when I look at it, and it's true, because I can say and you can say we actually were around the time when hip hop hip hop was developing and was growing, and people was understanding it, and understanding the whole culture, trying to make an identity out there to the world. You know how people didn't like it, people kind of shunned it and stuff like that. We had different types of eras where they would age with De La Soul and Tribe
My
Called Quest.
cousin, let's get
There,
it.
there you go. And then on top of that, we also had the times of where it was trying to make a stand, trying to make a statement, and that was Public Enemy, right? And
Fact.
also with the thing of having a good feel hip hop swing and having good vibes and representing our areas and stuff like that. There was so different types of genres in hip hop while it was developing. So I can say that at that point in time, this guy at the beginning, his name, we all knew him as Sean Puffy Combs. It was a person that wanted to get into the entertainment business. He wanted to make a name for himself. He he was
Wasn't
around a lot of
awesome. You got to give him his party promotions. Remember the street team and all of
yeah,
that? He used to
yeah, yeah,
get,
yeah, the street
get
team
it
and
going.
everything. I mean, it got to a point that he he really knew what he was doing because he was around a lot of influence people, that people that inspired him to get to a point, meaning Andre Harrell, and the list goes on. You understand what I'm saying? It's like for him being around when what was it, Uptown? Remember Uptown, it was Uptown Music, Uptown Production, stuff like that. Hey Valerie down in TikTok, thank you for joining our live. I'm also on YouTube just to let you know. Tell all your friends and stuff like that. Please engage. Um, but it seems that at this time back then, it was a young person that was trying to make a name for himself. And that's the Puffy, the Sean Diddy Combs that I kind of knew, you know?
Yeah,
It
the
was
New York people know. Yeah.
it's kind of weird that all of this is happening and we're looking at him and we're saying to ourselves that where did this guy come from? I've never seen this guy before back
This
in the
is goofy.
90s.
Exactly.
You, you
But you know,
know,
he brought out. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. But
it's
I
like
never was a
bananas.
fan of him anyway. But
I'm like
I
it's
respected what he was
crazy.
doing.
Yeah. So I just want to let my people out in TikTok land listen. We're talking about the press credentials, courtroom photos, and point of views. Meaning that I'm a photographer, and eventually we're all over the place. And this time our topic is going to be talking about the case with Sean Diddy Combs. I understand he has so many names, but we're talking about my special guest, which is Kamiko. She's on live. She's
Eh,
actually on YouTube, right? She's saying, "Hey," and we're trying to dissect this whole thing because the person that they actually are showing evidence about, it's like this is somebody
A
like totally
shapeshifter.
new,
It's a shapeshifter. Damn, I had
right?
ice in my mouth. It's like a
Sorry,
whole shapeshifter. Let me
it's
tell you
it's
something, D.
crazy.
2017, right? I was in this
Hmm.
community,
Right,
Tanika Jenkins,
right,
right? I'm not even gonna really speak on it, but what I'm gonna say is, if you was a part of that or even knew anything about it, you would
right,
understand why these people are acting the way that they are.
right,
You
right.
can't convince. You can't convince anyone.
Are you still there?
I'm sorry,
Oh, okay.
yes.
That's okay. That's all
I'm
right. That's all
sorry.
right.
But like I
That's
was
okay.
saying, like in 2017,
Hmm.
we were like down this real deep rabbit hole, and
Mm-hmm.
Just if you know what I'm saying. So the people that still got their blinders on, I really hate it for them. But my thing is this: it would not surprise me if they get him off, because to me it'll
Right.
be just like it'll be like a shameful ritual, like most of
Right.
them do. Um,
Right.
and if he don't get off, it would be a justice served. You know what I'm saying? But my question is this: I ain't never now. Come on now. I know people that went to jail for less. Okay,
Right.
and
Right.
when I've seen cases where your husband tell you he want to sleep with you, and you be like, no, not tonight, and he touch you.
Right.
You're in the courthouse talking about, he touched me last night, and I didn't want him to touch me in the
Right.
courthouse, and you get charges. So it's like all of this. uh, When there's one person in a RICO, I got too many questions. One, what kind of RICO is it? Listen, we from New York. John Gotti, we was around the Gotti times. We seen a Rico. That was the Rico I know about. I'm like, all right, so where the rest of the people at?
Right. Exactly. It's like, to me it's like, hey everybody, wait, hey everybody that's coming into live, just to let y'all know again, um this is the first time we doing two platforms one night. Friday, it's right now, it's 10 o'clock, well, it's after 10 o'clock. We're talking about the case between Sean Diddy Combs, is Rico. We're wondering what's going to happen, and we're trying to go into it. Now, the one thing, I have my guest here. Her name is Kimmy Kamiko. Now, the reason why we're talking about it is because we're looking at it from another point of view, meaning that, one, for me, I'm a photographer, and I look at the photos. If I didn't have to watch TV and I had to look at the photos, I look at the photos of seeing exactly how the emotions, if it's telling me a story of how things are happening during the court, during the trial. But also, Kim and I are looking at it as, we were at a point where we were in the mix of, I'm just gonna make sure y'all understand. We was in the mix of when hip hop was developing, when the time when Sean Combs was. How can we say? We could say he was a not even, what's the name? Not even a floater, but
He
he
was
was
a
more like a
promoter.
gopher, like a gopher. When I mean
Oh,
about
definitely.
gopher,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he used to run for
he,
yeah, definitely.
yeah, he used to run errands for all the people at what was it, was it Uptown Records? Uptown Records with Andre Harrell, when they had that's when Heavy D and the Boys, and it was so many other artists. He wasn't so known. And when I look at this, it's like the times of him having, it was the they go guerrilla marketing, the street team, and how can I say, I remember the times when, back in the days, I was in a girl group. And I remember when there was like a point where all of us that was trying to come up and cutting artists was getting together and stuff like that, trying to figure out who's who, this and that, so on and so forth. That's when the Roots wasn't so big now. Sean, I think it was, I don't know, the Wu-Tang, no, not the Wu-Tang Clan. Well, I don't think I've seen the Wu-Tang Clan there. But it was like a lot of different artists that was there. And that's when we seen Sean Combs. He had the idea. He was good at marketing. He had a whole bunch of guys wearing the same shirts that had um what is it? It had Bad Boy Records, right? Bad Boy, and they had the picket signs and everything, marching in and stuff like that. And that's when
Yeah.
Craig Mack
Hmm.
first came out. That's when Craig Mack first came out. And at that same time, people were like, "Oh shoot, who's this guy?" Him to do all of this to let people know that, you know he's trying to market. He was really good at
You
marketing.
keep disappearing. Do you keep disappearing and coming back?
Is it with the
Circle.
the video itself? The video itself?
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh, but you can still hear me.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to
I
make
can see you
sure.
now. But the
Oh,
next
okay,
time you
good.
pop out, yeah.
It's gonna keep on
I'm
going
sorry.
on in and out.
Continue.
I, I'm
Because
so
you look like
sorry,
you was
people.
in your element.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying. This is something new for me. I'm trying to do two platforms at once, so all my people in TikTok land can get the information and actually hear us about this whole trial and stuff. And I want to find out what y'all think about it. Please make sure you're engaged in TikTok to let them know that this. I'm not a bot. Let the algorithm know. Share this out to people. If anybody there has YouTube, just follow me on YouTube as well as Kamiko. So at least you can get more information about what's going on, you know.
And this
But
is only our opinion because we're not like journalists or anything like that. But shout out to the people that's doing a good job with their journalism without going to take the whole
exactly,
course in
ex-
college.
you know,
Doing
that's
a
another
better
thing I
job
have
than the
to say.
news anchors.
You got that right. That's the one thing I must
Yep.
say is that it's like they're out there. They're out there
They out there.
really getting the details, really getting the information for you guys, because that's the difference between back then and now. Because if we didn't have the social media and stuff like that, you know, would we get a lot of in depth? I have a list, so you gotta excuse me. A lot of information about how things is actually going on with this whole trial thing. Hey Ren, how you doing? Thank you for coming into the live and everything. Um, it's the whole thing of I gotta give it to y'all because it's like we're really getting the real detail. And thank you for the hearts and everything. I do appreciate it. And I hope you can hear. But it's a whole thing of they're really giving us a lot of information. I mean, really big detailed information on about the tapes, um, about the text messages. I was so surprised that that she kept them. That shocked
What
me.
do you mean? The who kept them?
Cassie, she kept all her text messages back then. Hearing fine.
Shit.
Okay,
Don't
good.
we
Good,
all?
good. No,
Don't we
well,
all?
at a point. Come on, at a point. But it's like how long ago was that? You understand what I'm saying? I'm
Listen,
like
she probably had throwaway phones that she just put in her drawer and was like, you know what, let me hold on to
like
this. Because she already knew old boy was recording her, so she was like, first of all, let me tell you this. Shout out to Cassie for having the heart to come out, but I would have been out. Listen,
right,
I'm just saying, me
right.
personally, because I can't stand bullies. Like, I have a
I,
bully issue. You know what I'm
wow.
saying? Like I can't stand
Mm,
bullies. And
yeah.
so but I'm noticing on a great big level because he had a lot of people allegedly strong arming people. So I'm saying like I just
Yeah.
don't see it. Like damn, I'm like, Diddy. Are you kidding
It's
me?
it's it's crazy. That's the reason why I'm saying to myself, I'm trying to get comfortable here. Sorry for I have on the security. I'm not security. That was for my job last year. But I'm looking at it and I'm saying to myself, even from her being on trial, I kind of listened to certain things that they were saying that I know back then she was 22. Now, I know her 22 was like, come on. When we were younger, we was kind of young and dumb. I can say for myself. It was one point in my life I was young and dumb. And
Whatever
and
happened
but
to no means no. Let's
yeah,
let's
that's
get with the
true.
no
No,
means no
yeah,
because I'm
no
having
means
a
no.
problem with that.
But the one thing I'm trying to get at is that a lot of people are saying, well, why did she do this? Why did she do that? Because there's sometimes
Why did
young
she
girls,
stay? Why
right, exactly. And
every
sometimes,
time she ran he found her?
you know, and it's like, and then it's like, I guess, how would put it? You know how they said it's like the wife, I think it's the wife baiting syndrome they call it. When there's a lot of abuse, it's like it's so hard. It's like they don't know. when to detach themselves away from the situation.
Almost like a Stockholm syndrome. But
I
you
think
know
that's
what,
what
D?
it is.
But you know what? Because they always go back sometimes to abuser. You have to think. You know what I'm saying? She wanted that
Mhm.
lifestyle of the glamour and
Right.
everything. He promised that to her, right? And so
Mhm.
she was like probably thinking, all right, so I'm all of that, and I'm
Right.
gonna make this happen. The first mistake you make is when you allow old boy to bring in other people in your relationship. There is no
Right.
relationship once that takes place. And I
Yeah.
don't know when she came before the mother of his children or after, but it if it was after, come on, and
Mm.
or in the same time as, it was too
Right.
much like foolishness going on for me. So I
Mhm.
mean that's why I see it's getting very muddy. But to me, no means no, because everybody I know that
Of
got
course.
locked up for some bull crap for
Of
something like
course.
that, it was like no meant no.
Yeah, of course, because it's like this. If you see a woman walking down the street with no clothes on, pure naked, that doesn't give no person the right to actually just do anything to that person, no matter what.
And let me
That
ask
does
you
not
something
give them
else. I'm sorry, D. And
that.
then these people be like, they forgot that she was like drugged to the fifth power. Now, I ain't gonna call her no crackhead, but it's crack head tendencies looking. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you start doing those drugs, you're a drug addict, right? So
Mhm.
a lot of stuff that you're doing, you know what I'm saying, you're under influence of a drug.
Right.
Why do you think
Right.
that a lot of this stuff? Because I mean, think about it. I couldn't have no guy doing half like, bruh. I don't care how much money you putting on the table. That
Right.
urine don't belong in my mouth. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
To each his
But
own.
it's
But I'm saying,
but you know something? It's the whole thing of, like I always say to myself, for me to understand why people do certain things, you have to kind of understand their past. So I'm trying, another thing I try to find out is that what would the question of like what would make her even do those things? Because I know that there's certain people that are like, who the world are you? I don't care. I don't care if you're I'm sorry to say Moses, but there's certain things that you wouldn't do. You wouldn't do.
but
You
the
understand
thing
what I'm saying?
is that sometimes women get into their own competitions with other women, and especially like, oh no, I'm gonna change him. I'm gonna make him different. He's not gonna be the same when he's with me. Newsflash.
That never works.
I can't.
That never
That
works.
never works. Listen,
Hey
you can't
everybody,
hold no man with no baby. You can't do it. It's not.
no,
It's not. Mm-mm.
it's impossible. It's like that saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force them to actually drink. But it's like it's so many things I can actually pull from this that it can be something to a point of with the puffy thing, with control, him having wanting control. It can also be that I remember when Puffy was in the public eye when that whole shooting happened at the club with
Yeah,
Shine
so it is.
and
Mm-hmm.
and J Lo. I don't know if any of y'all remember that. Some people might not. And at that time, Puffy, from what this is my point of view, he really was so into Jennifer Lopez before J Lo, Jennifer Lopez. And after that whole incident that happened and they broke up, because I think she called it off.
J
It
Lo
that really
people was not going for that mess.
that devastated, but the whole thing about that devastated him. That devastated him. Hold on for 1 second, Kim. Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming to the live. I do appreciate it. If y'all can, just tap the screen. Um, just send some loves. Tap the screen. And just to let the algorithm know that I am not a robot. We're here talking about the topic is press credentials, courtroom photos, and point of view, and is dealing with Cassie. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. Cassie and
Yeah.
P. Diddy. Thank you so much. And how come it came to this? How come it actually came to this? What went through his mind to actually
Okay.
even go that route? And how
First of
come?
all,
And
I'm
my thing is
blaming.
like this.
Uh-uh.
Thank you so much. And then I asked the question: Is has this ever happened to J Lo? Because I think that
Listen, nobody was immune. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, first of all, let's start with the people,
okay.
the people that idolize idols. You know what I'm saying? Like, that push these
Hmm.
people to think that they're gods. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's not only him. There's a lot of these people that was walking around here
Right.
thinking that, and it's because we the people put them in that position. You don't buy
Right.
their music. And I don't know why they walking around saying they billionaires, because you know that shit is all fake, phony, and as I wish. How you gonna be a billionaire to a thousandaire? Come on, it just doesn't make sense. Anybody
Yeah.
that could take yours from you overnight, it just don't make sense to me. Okay,
Yeah.
that's not liquid. That's pay. That's not even liquid asset. Come, I'm not gonna play with nobody. Let's just keep it above. This is all like, come on, sing the song, D. The
Oh,
Sound of Music. Let's get it, because I'm gonna need to like go somewhere and come back, because I
you
don't
know,
like stupidity. Open
it's
your eyes. We cannot idolize people, and that's like, I don't know what religion people are. I don't care. You practice whatever you practice, but I'm saying if you can't see with your eyes what these people are, oh,
mm-hmm.
sad, real sad. It's because a
it's
lot of
it's
sadistic stuff going on,
it's like
and that's
like
not alleged.
and you know another thing too. It's like it's so many things I can pinpoint on this that I could say it could be this, it could be this, it could be this, it could be this. Even to a point that when when certain people get to a point in life that they're starting to um I'm trying to be careful of how I'm wording this because I don't know what guidelines are and stuff like that. So, you know, but when people surpass a certain point, which people say,
Hmm.
"Oh my gosh, they're too high up on the totem pole. We got to bring them that bring them back
And
down."
they always do that. That's right. And that's
And
what, you know what? Listen, D, what are we
hmm
famous for? Getting money, buying cars, going to strip clubs, taking 100,000, flipping it out. Can't pay your light bill. Houses for rent. Not, you ain't buy
hmm
shit. You renting out limousines, and I did not say limousines.
yeah.
Anyway, I said limousines. I can't.
Oh my
Anywho,
gosh. Uh-huh.
you know what I'm saying? Like, these half of these people don't even own them homes, bruh. I'm saying, like,
That's what
I
I'm
can't
saying.
even tell you how many people that was on MTV Cribs
The
that did not own
Oh
those
my,
cribs. Like, it's
do
so
y'all
annoying
remember
to
that?
see the fakery. Yes.
Because
I
it's
think
all about
Redman was the only one that owned his
was
home. Remember
straight
his
was straight up. He was like, "Look, this is my crib." He had a
Oh
dirty.
shit.
Well, it was like his. He had a small what was it? A stove. It was like a little door, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Because you know why? It's all about the illusion. It's like, okay, it's like I'm gonna tell y'all a story. Again, like I said from before, I used to be in a all girl group, right? And I'm looking at both two screens until I get this all down to pack. Um, I used to be in an all girl group, and I remember that we were so dedicated. I mean, we stood together. We constantly got up in the morning. We exercised. We ate breakfast. We practiced. We did. I mean, like clockwork. This was before internet and social media and stuff like that. We had to go. Our social media was A&R, and the only time we could catch A&R is if you were lucky. Okay, for the record labels. So I remember when somebody was either famous or anything that senior talent and tried to work with you, then you had to always the I hate to say the lackeys or the ones that so called thought they were. they were the how can I say, the famous person, and they will say,
The
well, you
headliner.
got to,
Was
yeah,
it the
well, you
headliner?
not even the headliners. It's like the cousin of the cousin. Yeah, yeah. Well, you better do this because, well, I run with such and such, and I run with such and such. And sometimes when you actually do that, if you get an artist that actually has a situation that they're trying to get out of a bad situation to get, you know, to be famous or to have money to
Yeah.
get out of their, they're gonna they're gonna sacrifice, not knowing that what the consequences are going to be. And that's the scary
Yeah.
part. That's
Those
scary. I don't
360
know.
deals was disgusting.
That's why it's like even like making the band when he did that whole thing of, look, I want y'all, if y'all really want this bag, go and walk all the way to Brooklyn. I want a slice of cheesecake at what, 1 o'clock in the morning. I mean,
And
these
you know
kids
how our streets are
literally,
in Brooklyn.
thank you.
You got to be nuts. You cannot be
I-
serious.
well, let me tell you like this: if it was Brooklyn now, oh, I'd be like, well, forget you. I ain't doing it. I'm like, nah, because it's it's like playing on somebody's life, and that's what the industry is. Industry kind of like takes their authority and abuse it. Do you get what I'm saying? They kind of like take their authority and abuse it. That's what what's his name, Harvey Weinstein, and any other person that's in the entertainment that will say, well, I can make you a star. I can make you a star. Probably if you could take your shirt off, let me see a little bit of shoulder. And then that shoulder turns into taking off your pants and all other stuff. They have people out there, and it was bad back then. It was bad back then because at that time, it was like people didn't know what to do. No, people didn't know what to say. They didn't know who to turn to. They didn't have nobody like how I could talk to somebody someplace else on
Well, when
social
Ike and
media.
Tina was out, listen, when Ike was cracking Tina over the head, right, and
Mhm.
doing all that stuff, it wasn't like against the law back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was
Right,
different times. We evolved into something different. But the thing is this: you give a poor man the idea that he could make billions of dollars, he'll sell his
right.
damn mother. You know what I'm
That
saying? So, it's, yo,
that's what I'm
it's just
it's
stop being able to be compromised. I have no respect for anybody that's able to be compromised for some money,
see,
and
but
and
that's
it's just sick.
yeah, but it's the whole thing of, if it's if you don't have, that person doesn't have like the support to let them know that don't try to sell your soul to get to some place, then if they don't have the right people around them to even say that, then they're gonna be stuck.
Well, you
It's
know
gonna
what? I
be
always all right. So 2023, something came to my spirit, and it said, you know what? And I mean, I wasn't even thinking about them people, right? Because I'm not. I
right,
never been a fan of none of these people. I can't even tell you who is who and who is who. Now, if you
right,
ask me about some Jamaican artists, I might be able to tell you, right? So,
right.
anyhow, I was like, God, you know what I'm feeling? I'm feeling like a lot of people are ashamed to come forward, and it's because they're men and their man has been taken. I'm just talking to God. You feel me?
Right,
So I was
right,
like, God, allow them to come forward and allow them.
right,
This is in 2023. If I could
right,
recall, this all broke out in like 2024. And I was like,
right.
let them know that, let them understand that we know that
Hmm.
you were drunk, you was high, somebody spiked your shit. I
Right,
believe that, see, all of that's a violation. Now, if I
right,
willingly do something, it's on me and I'm going to take that L. You know what I'm
right.
saying? But if I walk into something, I pick up a bottle or I buy a drink, and next thing you know, I'm like flying around with Mary Poppins umbrella, that's a
Mm,
problem. You feel what I'm
right.
saying? So
Yeah,
that's on
yeah,
you. Now, but see, the thing is that what makes it ugly is that they come
mm,
back.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like a lot of them still came back, and that's what make it look even worse. And
Right,
I
right.
believe all of them niggas should be in jail. I'm sorry, excuse my language. I believe all of
Yeah,
them.
Right.
because poor people ain't getting a break, and I don't
Right.
think that anybody should be up bigger than the law.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
I don't believe
Exactly.
that. I don't
Exactly.
believe that. And I'm gonna tell
Everybody
you,
in
I don't really
TikTok
care
land.
about this whole trial because I feel sorry
Hmm.
for the women and the guys and everything, but I want to see when the kids come up. That's the problem I have. I don't,
You mean
like people
you
go
mean
to.
the generation from now? You mean the generation
No,
now
what I'm
on?
saying is if there's any kids that, from what I'm hearing, that's involved in this case, allegedly, if there's
Oh,
any minors that's involved, that's my problem. I don't care about, like, I'm not gonna waste my time watching Diddy all day. It's not gonna happen.
right,
It's a regular court case. Go to Manhattan. You can go sit down and do all of that. I'm not
right,
doing it
right.
because it's low vibrational. I ain't got time for it. But I definitely want to know who these creeps are this is
Hmm.
dealing with our kids the way that they do. I want to
Right.
also know how these weak ass men are not listen, I'm tired of this shit. I done told you I threw away my black card a long time ago. I ain't
Oh,
messing with y'all.
oh, oh.
I'm not doing it. Sorry. And that ain't
Mm.
allegedly. I done switched it up. I don't even
But you
have
know,
one.
but it's like, I just hope that the one thing I must say is that the good thing about technology and how technology actually enhanced, because at one point we didn't have cell phones that did any text messages. We didn't have cell phones at one point. We had to write letters, or if anything happened from the 90s down, it was kind of, it was either by word of mouth or telling somebody. So, like I always used to say all the time, the internet can be a blessing and a curse all the time. And it's I have to give it to her for for Casey to actually keep all those text messages to show proof of what had happened. But at the same time, as my understanding, like how you brought up from before, I know I'm jumping back and forth with certain things because it's like I'm trying to get the pieces. I know at the end of the day how things are looking. He is not, I feel like he is not going to be coming home at all, because if people knew that he was not a well person, because from the things I've heard about that he does and what he did to her, that is not a well person. That's not meaning that he's not
Not only her.
well, huh? It's I mean,
It's
for
not
him
even
to
just
do
her.
those
It's
things,
like a whole.
because how I look at it, it seemed like he groomed her. He groomed her
Not on.
to
Yeah,
actually
but look
even
at this. I heard Justin Bieber say that stop worrying about him because Diddy didn't do nothing to him.
that's what he
Girl,
said.
I said, all right. Yes, y'all. And that ain't alleged. Okay. But I'm like, listen,
Wow.
I was over here feeling bad for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know Usher did y'all wrong. But you see, these people are so frightened. We only here for temporary. People must understand this. You
Right.
understand? You have full control of your narrative, how you plan
Right.
on living your life on this earth, the great things that you want to do. Now, if you want to take
Right.
that dark road, good luck to that. But
Right.
it's too easy. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
then like, it's like you're allowing people to give you something to just take it right back when they feel like
Right.
it. You
Right.
see what I'm saying? Like, who, half of these kids, where was Justin Bieber's mom at? Where was Usher's mom? Where was
Right.
all of these fathers? I have
Right.
a problem with all of that. When R. Kelly, they made R. Kelly like, oh my goodness. They had R. Kelly up there crying, doing the most, right? All of
Yeah.
them boys was doing it. It wasn't only
Hmm.
him. You don't remember back in the days when we used to go to Jackson and like
Yeah.
cutting school and whatever, and those old dudes from college would be driving by in their Benzes or whatever and
Hmm.
looking for little young girls. Come on, come
Yeah.
on,
Trying to be
come
all
on. I was in
that's
one of those
look,
cars
look.
before, child. Let me tell you
Hel-
something.
hel- hello. Listen. Like again, there was a story I can tell you about, and if my bestie's on here, she also can tell. It's the times when I was in high school. I was in high school, and this is when LL was just again, again, I keep on telling y'all, we were
Don't tell
in the
you. Don't tell
development.
me he tried to talk to you too, child.
No, listen, 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 listen.
Oh,
But
okay.
no, I'm just letting y'all know that how it was that around. This is what I'm trying to say. That around this time, we grew. We were in the development of how hip hop now before it even springboarded to all over the world. It got to a point that hip hop was just an area thing, and every time when somebody tried to do hip hop, people
Definitely.
didn't even like it. They didn't even want it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So, but I remember when the time when LL just was on the scene, right? And I remember
Farmers
when he had
Boulevard.
his, yeah, there you go. And he was in his, what was it, candy apple red, a Volkswagen Jetta 4-door. When he used to drive around in that car, I remember when I went to
Oh,
go see
damn.
when I go to go pick up my best friend at her school at Hillcrest. I went to Jamaica. And I remember he used to go and drive his car over to Hillcrest over there. And I'm like,
Yeah, he
why
just
are
showing off.
you know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is like showing off and talking to see, I knew she said, yep. See, she's like, yep. Cause it's like
It's
to go
true.
over there
Let me tell
to
you.
talk to
You,
young girls. So in other words, what I'm saying is that when people got to actually have to let people know that when you're in the public eye, because right now it's actually opening up. When you're in the public eye, you your whole life is going to be an open book because there's not going to be nowhere, no how you going to hide unless you do a Tina Turner and she got up and she moved far out to a place that nobody ain't going to travel. And that's how she lived her life after all that stuff that happened. But people, that's why I keep on going back to people have a habit of abusing their authority. It's like when they see that, okay, I'm famous and stuff like that. Oh, they see this girl, well, I'm famous and stuff like that, so on and so forth. I could get you into something, or I could get you into a concert. Oh, you like, oh, well, such and such. Well, meet me at my house, or so on and so forth, and blah blah blah. So it's kind of like, I don't know if I'm explaining myself right. They find people and they feed on that. And that's not
mhm.
good. Cuz I'm telling you, there's been times back in the days that you really had to have people in your corner when you tried to do modeling or singing or dancing. You always had to have somebody either in your family, a family member, or somebody in your corner to go with you to go on these things, because there's always somebody, either somebody that was legit or fake, right? That would say, well, okay, well, we need some pictures, or oh, you're not good enough. Well, what can I do? What can I do to be good enough? Well, we could talk about this at like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. If you meet me at this address,
Womp
that's what I'm
womp.
talking about. You understand what I'm saying? There you go,
Yeah.
womp womp. That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking about.
See, but
Like,
I'm from Queens Village and Hollis is down the block, so you know
mm-hmm,
where this all started from. Russell Simmons, right?
that,
Remember Curtis
mm-hmm,
blowing them? They used to be coming around and um run and all. I used to
mm-hmm,
do. My friend used to do security for them, and
mm-hmm.
because I used to be in love with what's his name, the dark skin one that got killed.
Oh, Jam Master Jay.
Yeah, Master J. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um,
Mm.
but yeah, I was never. I couldn't show nobody no fan behavior. I just couldn't do it.
Right.
But
Um.
it all started from Russell, and it's gonna end with Russell. You feel what I'm saying? Like it started with
Right.
Russell. Russell knew how to move around the down.
Mhm.
You know them people, with the curly temple curly things. He know how to move around. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So uh,
Right.
there was a lot of meetings going on. There was a lot of
Right.
back breaking and a whole bunch.
All that stuff.
They basically took what they created and
Mhm.
made it into a shit show, because there's nothing greater than, listen, people used to do this back in the days in the South. They used
Mhm.
to get together, used to do, it wasn't called rap then, but it was something else. All right. But
Right.
what I'm saying is that anything that we touch, the shit always turn to
Mm-hmm.
shit. You know, because we're damn crabs in the barrel. We don't never want to see another person move up the ladder. You see what I'm saying? And it's just creepy because everybody want to be the head. They don't want
Yeah.
nobody working with them. They want to like control you. And when you see
Yeah.
yourself getting in that position, you got to either have enough strength to say, "Nah, I'm not doing this because this is too much."
Right.
All right? They already tell you, you take drugs, you're gonna be a who want. All right, so listen, I'm not banging on no people that took crack
Mhm.
back in the days, but
Right.
I watched the news when they said if you take one puff of this shit, it's you addicted for life, and I was like, nah, I ain't fucking with that. You know what I'm saying? So
See?
it's like people gotta understand. You gotta make your choices very wise. I'm still
Yeah.
concerned about our young people because, first of all,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna talk about you. Okay, I'm gonna talk about YouTube and I'm gonna talk about all these social media. I want to
Right.
know how these thug grandmothers is up here, swinging and doing all this stuff, and they got the nerve to sit down and tell their kids, "But I don't want you out there gang banging. Y'all banging on the damn internet. Y'all
Oh my
banging on the
God.
internet like kids ain't
It's
up
it,
here watching you.
it's in
I
other
don't know what
words,
kind
it's
of
like
examples you was.
exact example. But it's the whole thing. At the end of the day, ah,
All of these people
it,
are bad examples. Rappers, all of them. I'm getting aggravated.
I know. I can hear it. I can hear that you're getting really aggravated. Everybody on in TikTok land, this let's try to get those likes up so we can let the algorithm know that I'm not a bot, that I'm not a robot and stuff like that. Again, for all the people that's coming in and everything, hey everybody, how y'all doing? We're talking about the title of it is press credentials, courtroom photos, and point of view, and we are talking about the case with Diddy and Cassie. I keep on saying Cassie and stuff like that. And the
And
reason
world
why we're
news.
talking and world news because how I always say we are all connected. Everything's going to be connected one way or the other because how I look at it is that as soon as this constantly keeps on going and going how it is right now, they're going to probably do a law that's going to be even more tight squeezed that people got to be very careful with what they're doing. Look at the other wait, what's the other guy that just recently they was talking about before also too the football
The
player.
lame guy. Oh, I don't know. Oh,
Oh, I can't remember his name. And now I think they're trying to sue him or something like that. The because he
oh,
was
the
going out
young
with a
boy.
20-year old. Yeah, 20. He was going no, he's going out. No, it was an older man. And he's going out with a 20-year-old girl
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah,
he's
yeah.
doing
That's
some,
all a distraction. Oh, please. If
see,
they don't go sit down
but
with that.
but my whole thing that I understand is a distraction, but I keep on telling people, listen, again, even before all of this, before all social media, I'm looking at you and I'm looking at you. If y'all getting into the entertainment business, um, marketing, having your own business, getting your own bag, however y'all young ones say it, or what have you, listen, if you want to be in the public eye, soon as you become in that public eye, that's it. That means you have really no say about who has access to your life. You can if you don't come out your door and everything is delivered to you and everything is done for you. Because you're always gonna have paparazzi. They're always gonna have somebody gonna be following you, trying to get some type of dirt on you, or probably get some good news on you, which you don't even want to. If you have a pregnancy and you don't want nobody to know, you're trying to hide it, and it's like it's always trying they want something when you're in that public eye. That's the dangerous thing about being a celebrity. You cannot think that nothing cannot be touched when it comes to you as a celeb. That's why you always got to watch your p's and q's no matter what you do. You understand? Just because you are, and I hate to say, I'm a name off. I don't care if you're a Beyonce, a Kanye, a Kindred, or an Obama, or
Nobody's
you
exempt.
have
Nobody's exempt.
right, exactly. Nobody's exempt because if you say, well, okay, I'm gonna still do this little thing in my house, somebody somebody's either gonna try to you're on display, you on display forever. Yes, exactly. You are on display forever. Forever. And if you agree to that, if you're okay with that, then hey, you like it, I love it. That's how I look at it. But don't start to get upset when they say, well, how come they all in my that's a part of it. That is a part of it. That is a part of it. And that's another reason why I always say to myself, I'm so mad at the people that was around Puffy, the people that was around Casey.
Facts.
I'm upset around the people that was around R. Kelly. I'm upset with the people that was around Bill Cosby because hold on, invites King some okay. All these people because if they were really in your corner and if you were doing something wrong, somebody would be like, hey, yo,
Pull your coattail.
don't do
But they
that.
don't do that no more because
Like, be like,
think
what you
about this,
doing?
D. Think about this. You have young people up here making more money than their mothers and their mothers' mothers, right? Because they're
Mm-hmm.
YouTube famous. And they're getting all cut. They're not understanding that one thing may go down and another thing's going to come up.
Right,
Influencer. What does that mean? You influence the people that see you. You understand?
right,
A lot of
right,
these, I don't know the name of these YouTubers, but there's a lot of YouTubers that do some real nefarious stuff, and there's kids watching because us as
right,
parents, we give these kids their phones. We want to be their friend. We want to be
right.
twerking with them, doing all that stuff. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, you know how sneaky you was back in the days when you was going to school. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I wasn't that
And these
sneaky.
parents don't
Just
understand.
because my mother's on there, nah, I
Nah, I'm
wasn't
saying we
sneaky.
used to cut
Like,
school. I'm just saying,
yeah,
like we didn't have the internet, but you know what I'm saying. And then, like I don't know how you don't remember Big Brother though. That's killing me because I remember when they announced it in New York, Big Brother's out there, which meant they had
yeah,
cameras all around. Remember
yeah.
that?
Yep, I
They
remember
had
that.
cameras
I
all
remember.
around, and I was
Who
like,
wait,
I
who
don't even know how people.
who remembers Big Brother? If anybody remembers when they announced about Big Brother being out there, say Big Brother in the comments. Type in Big Brothers in the comments. Let me know if you remember that. Go ahead, Kimmy.
Yeah, Big
I'm
Brother
telling
was
you.
out there, so I'm saying like, um, people like. I need you to understand. Think about this shit, D.
Mm-hmm.
You can put on. I have so many things to say about. I think I'm gonna have to go on every night until I get this shit off my chest because I'm tired of these people now. These kids do their dirt, right? Like it's a
Mm-hmm.
video game. Like they literally go play video games, shoot them up, ooh, ooh, ooh. And then
Mm-hmm.
they go outside and they relive it the same way they playing on their video games. But nobody's talking
Exactly.
about the video games. Those video games are
No.
notorious for help. Some of these kids ain't never been to no range. First of all, a
Yep.
lot of them, you know what I'm saying? Like
Thank-
they're just doing willy nilly, you know what I'm saying? And they're laughing about it and then coming on in the internet
Right.
telling the police because you ain't nothing but no feds. Everybody's up here, right?
I know.
So you come
Mm-hmm.
after you done did your third. You're not, bruh. I don't know where they get these kids from. They are not somebody. I don't know where they come from. D.
Well,
These are
let me ask
not
you a
kids
question.
from
Okay,
here.
but I'm saying, let me ask you a question. Do you think it's because of the reason why kids are the way they are is because the kids are having kids too early, and is
No,
this
no, I
or
don't
do
think
you
it's that. And because when I back in the days when I had John, it was like a real epidemic, and it was like we never had so many young people having kids. They slowed that
right,
down. I don't believe it has really much to do. I think it has a lot of it has to do with a lack of fathers in the home. That's
right,
first thing, and the disrespect that these kids have for their parents,
right,
because um a lot of times I talk to kids, they be like, "My father's locked up." Now, men,
right,
let me tell you something. If you're gonna spend why y'all have a kid for? These kids ain't
Right.
asked to be here. Then you throw them to
Yeah.
the wolves, and the wolves is gonna take care of them for you. You
Right.
see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
I would listen. If my son was up there showing AKs and doing all of that madness and talking about, you would have seen me slide right in his room on the video and be like slapping him upside his head. I ain't gonna hold you
Right. Right.
because there's a line like you have to. You know what I'm saying? Like they gotta. I don't understand it. I really came to the conclusion. I need to see these parents because some of them I feel like they don't even have parents. Where y'all get them from? Where, where, huh?
Yeah.
Uh,
It's to a point
no
that
parents. You see big funerals, no parents. What? It's only them. They only
yeah.
lived. What? Y'all better
Yeah.
stop looking to the left when the shit is going on the right.
It's crazy because it's like, another thing too, like I was saying from before, everybody that's out there, again, thank you for y'all for coming into the live on TikTok and everything, and everybody that's coming into the live on YouTube. This is the whole thing we call this tonight, it's called press credentials, courtroom photos, and point of views, because I'm a photographer, and I'm actually gonna pull up a photo on YouTube. I know I can't pull it up on here. I could, but I'm still trying to work this whole thing out. So at least I can do two platforms on one night. But what you're saying about the kids and stuff like that, Kimmy, I wanted to put up this one picture, and when I looked at it, I kind of got um like a story behind it on it. Um it's like if everybody can hear what's going on, just please just say yes in the comments, so at least I know that you can hear everything and everything sounds clear. Okay. And also, let's try to get those likes up, probably to try to get the likes up to like 600. That'll be good. Let's get them up, okay. um I'm trying to get this
Wait.
picture
Did
up.
you say 600?
Yeah, I have it's no, the likes on TikTok is 563. So I'm just trying
Me
to
not
tell them
have
to get it
not
up.
one. Me not have not one person over here.
I only got one
Not
what
one.
on live. We got one live. One person that's watching it. I see one person. Hey, look, it's the first night.
I think I'm shadow banned in the projects in the backwoods of somewhere. I'm
What
telling
you
you,
say? You
bruh.
that shadow.
I'm telling you. You know, listen. I've been shadow banned since I logged on back in the days, bruh.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, it don't make no sense.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my
Oh,
god, that's all right. Y'all can't beat me. You might as well just join me. You know what I mean?
that's
Like
it. Okay, let me
this
show you.
is
I just want to show you this one picture. I'm gonna do this like this. Okay. All right. Now the reason why I brought up, I know that y'all can't not see it because where I have it angled and everything. But it's a
yes,
picture
the
of,
kids.
yeah, it's a picture of his kids, right? And I'm gonna give credit because I have to give credit where credit's due to all my photographers out there, because I'm a photographer. I want to give them their credits because we do work hard. We do try to get as much photographs to show you exactly the image of what's going on in the world and stuff like that. And the picture that I have up here on YouTube is a picture of this is not Justin. This is I think it's Christopher. This is Chris.
Little Diddy.
Yeah, little
That's
Diddy, the
little
one that looks
Diddy.
exactly the one that looks exactly like him, and one of the twins. I think that's one of the twins next to him.
And I don't
And
know
when
why
I'm
they would have those young people in there like that.
because you
I'm
know
sorry.
why? Because you know why? Hi, hey, hi, everybody. Thank you for coming into my live. We're talking about the Diddy case and stuff like that. And also, we're trying to figure this out because I know some of y'all understand that the ones that are born around our era, we what? We Gen X? That's what we are? We Gen X, right? Gen X or Gen no, we Gen Z, Gen X. I don't know. We one of them gens. Um, we were in the mix of hip hop and the development of hip hop. So all y'all out there that was in the development of hip hop, just write down hip hop in the comments and let me know and stuff like that. But I'm looking at this and I see from his face, because his son, that was the one that was always his, like his mini me, his mini me, meaning that you will always see him dancing around just like his dad and this and that and so on and so forth. But when you see his face now, it seemed like he never thought,
It just
he
got
never,
real.
right, yeah, exactly. Things are now hitting the fan, that he thought that he cannot be, he's untouchable. Now he's seeing that from his father, everybody's touchable if you're not doing the right thing. You understand what I'm saying? That's why it's like it's sad. But one of the question that you asked, Kimmy, about why do they have the
Mhm.
kids there, because some lawyers, from my understanding, is that they like to have the family with, to show support. But it's
But the
kind of like,
deplorable things is coming out in those things. I mean, I know that they
right,
probably seen a lot, but I'm saying that's just, bruh. Mm-mm.
it's kind of, it's a lot, it's a lot. And it's like, to a point that I know that some of them might be saying it to themselves, is that I had this picture of my dad as one thing, and now I'm seeing so much stuff, and now it's painting a different picture. And it's like, this is again, this is the consequences. This is what I'm talking about. You got to think about the consequences. Like I'm gonna say it like I always say it to everybody. You got to think about the what ifs. The what ifs, people. The what if. If I do this, what if I do this? What would happen? If I do this, what if this happened? If I go left, if I
It's like
go right,
they don't know how to
what if I
move.
go left? You gotta
Diddy
think
was
about
very
those
sloppy.
things. You have to.
Diddy
I don't know.
Diddy
I
is
don't know
on
if he
some
was still,
demon time right about now.
but I don't know if he was depressed, if he was trying to understand certain things. Um, the person that was supposed to, what was really, 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 really in his corner was Kim, but she passed away. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's another topic to talk about. You understand what I'm saying? It's like stuff like, hey Daniel, I'm here in your YouTube page. One of his daughters ran out of the courtroom. Oh, yesterday when Cassie testified in court, it really made her sick. You see, but that's the whole thing I'm talking about. It's the thing of, oh, my hands hurt me. It's the thing of, I know he's like saying to himself, I know it must be going through his mind, like, I didn't want my kids to know. Well, that's the consequences. That's the consequence. You should have thought about this. You should have thought about, if I do this, well, I know it won't hurt me, but will it hurt the people that I love? Because because
Right.
mind you, if if you were if you were in this world by yourself, right? Then you could do whatever you
Run
want.
Nelly Will. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, you go run down the street with a
It's that,
lampshade on your head, like, hey. But
you know what? Mm-hmm.
but if you're to a point that you now, whatever your actions are, whatever your actions are doing, now it's going to be put onto your kids. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Everybody in the thing, make sure you
I
like.
could
Let's
tell
get
you
the
one thing. I could tell
Oh, go
you
ahead.
one thing. If they don't find Diddy to be guilty on some
Mhm.
major charges, nobody's
Right.
gonna believe in the justice system again. It's gonna be. I mean, I
No.
don't. It's supposed to go much deeper than this. This is just supposed to be hitting the because, like I said, I thought the RICO was more than one person. I'm gonna have to look
Yep.
that up. But
Hmm.
all this trafficking, the UGs, drugs, all of that stuff that's coming to light
Wow.
and stuff like that. But these people been doing this since way back.
That's why
What's that guy?
it goes.
They've been
That's
doing it. They just handed the torch to Russell Simmons and said, "Go ahead, do your thing." And he was like, "You know what? Let me just
hmm
the legend. Let me just. I could get all of these people together. I know I got a big head fool over here that's gonna listen. I give him a
right.
couple of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he could run this, run that, and
Mhm.
us girls, we like, oh, we so cute. When you cute when you young. I hate to tell
Right.
y'all, you get my age, you get not to be so cute anymore.
I
Shit
know
dries out.
because
To keep it a
yeah,
buck.
because well, it's true because it's like when you cute, then all of a sudden things sag, or
I
if
woke
you
up
go
one
in the
day, I
gym.
said, oh hell no, what happened? I was
Oh my
just
god.
girl. I said no.
I
I
looked in
can't
the
talk
mirror
my
and I
shit
and,
no
and
more.
I, my neck started to. I see some like sagging in my neck. I thought, oh my god, I got sagging in my neck. I was like, what in the world's happening? I was like, what the hell happened? I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm
It's
like,
the night. Try to stay your ass up sometime, then you be all right. Once you go to sleep, you wake up, bags under your eyes, you be looking a
I
hot
know.
mess. They got the
I
nerve
be
to be talking about, oh, she's a 10. No, let her take off the wigs, the eyelashes, and the eyebrows,
and
and
I
all that
mean,
shit.
remember that movie? Wait, remember that movie? I'm gonna get you, sucker. Oh my
Right,
god! The lady
exactly.
said, and then took off her leg and then took out her eye. I was like, whoa. But
Listen, I think the women should celebrate every mark and scar that we have on our
yeah,
bodies because we're
those are
real
battle wounds.
soldiers
We
out
we
here.
we
Yes, they are.
we are tough. We are tough. Everybody in the everybody
And
that's in the live, type in tough. That we are tough because I'm gonna tell
we
you,
are.
the man upstairs don't make no mistakes. We are warriors. So,
Yes, ma'am.
mm,
And these
so
are facts. I done lost two of my, D already lost two of my closest brothers in the last 2 years.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I got to still stand and
yeah,
still continue doing my thing. You know what I
right,
mean? So, and it's not easy. You know what I mean? But
yeah. I
it's
know.
what it is. And these people playing around with their life like this is. And another thing, people think that YouTube is, well, this ain't real life. What? Are you breathing on this thing? Are you
Look,
talking? It's real life. It's part of your life. When
exactly.
y'all
Yeah.
sending y'all calling CPS on people, and y'all don't know CPS is one of the worst
So
agencies out there.
that's
Okay,
another thing too.
y'all
I was
calling.
talking. Look,
I'm so
look.
tired of
It's like
people.
it's like this. There's a movie that somebody recommended me to watch. Um oh, before I go on, I like to say again, I'm gonna say at the end, to my nut job. I know he's always here with me all the time. Eric is
Oh yeah,
always gonna be a part
my
of me.
brother. Yes
He's
sir.
always gonna be a part of me. Always. No matter what. Even right here, he's watching me all the time. So no matter what. He's always gonna be here talking about you go ahead, do your thing. But but one thing I
Uh,
realized, one thing I realized is that people are starting to get to a point of, like how you just said, saying the wrong things or getting people into trouble that can cost them their lives. Meaning that crying wolf, like how you said, crying wolf, costing
yeah,
people's lives.
I don't
And
like
that's
stuff
not
like
good
that. That's
either.
why
That's not
this shit is
good.
dangerous. Like it's like worse than
Yeah.
walking on a New York street. Like you get on these YouTube streets and you be like ducking and weaving, head on a swivel. You're like, yo, I don't even know who's
Yeah.
gonna come at me. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, it's
It's
just wild.
dangerous. It's really, really, really dangerous. It's to a point that
And
I
I
be
want
like,
to
what
know
the
why they're allowing this to happen. Because these people, they're allowing it to happen. And people got to understand, they put, like, I see people going after a lot of these entertainers that's survivors, right? And
mm-hmm.
I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is this everybody has the right to have a voice, to speak what
Right,
they feel. Who the fuck are
right,
you to tell this person, oh, you can't talk because we don't want. Yeah, you could say that, but leave it there,
right,
leave it YouTube. Don't go
right.
into their life and try and
Exactly.
destroy their life because these people are literally going to people's jobs, calling y'all doing too much. Grannies
Yeah,
and great grannies will like, come on, y'all doing too much. Y'all
yeah,
gotta stop
yeah.
this. This is why we never. You go into them other people communities. You know what you're gonna see
Mm-hmm.
the Spanish people doing? DIYs and all those, whatever you say it. And the other ones, they're gonna be making millions and what we gonna be stagnant.
Right.
Like we always be
Right.
stagnant because
But
that's how we are.
we just need to. Ah, man, that yeah, it's just it's like we just need to actually try to, when we say we're going to do something, we just do it, and not try to bring each other down. We need to just try to be more supporters, more supportive. I say supporter, supportive.
Yeah, we cannot keep doing it.
You
Yes,
know.
we cannot keep doing this. We cannot keep doing this, and I cannot keep saying it. And I'm gonna keep saying it because there's a lot of young women out there. I watch them on YouTube. I see my young brothers out there. They're trying to do it, but they're being led wrong. They're watching these
Right.
old hags up here doing the most. You know what I'm saying? There's no leadership. You know what I'm saying? Like people taking advantage. I help people on YouTube that I have no idea who they are, but I
Mhm.
see their struggle. And even if they're lying, you know what I'm saying? That's on them.
Mhm.
But the thought is all I'm
Right.
going with. You know what I'm saying? But people are
Right.
out here really hurting right now. Sometimes they just turn on the tube so they can have some little bit of entertainment. Wi-Fi acting up,
Yeah.
got to hit up McDonald's to sit outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it a
Yeah.
buck. I ain't got time to be
Something.
playing
Yeah.
YouTube games and acting like everything is sweet because everything ain't sweet out here. We got to get
Nope.
this
It's just
act
gotten
together because
worse.
ain't nobody
We-
coming to save us, bruh. Nobody's coming to save us. We got to stand on
You know,
our own.
let me tell you. Do you know at one point, I was used to say to myself that I was like, well, you know something, if anything were to happen over here, well, at least I can get up and try to get some money, and go like overseas, and 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 spend some time over there or something like that. At least I had a place to
Yeah,
get
you go to
away if
Belize.
anything were to happen. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
But nowadays you can't go nowhere. It's like the only place now I'm
man,
thinking
if you
of is
ain't
going
got
to the
that ID,
moon.
you if you ain't got that special ID right about now, and how many of
Yeah,
us
that's
really
true.
got?
Does
I
anybody got
got
their
my
real
passport,
ID?
but I'm just saying, y'all
Did
better.
y'all get your real ID now? I'm doing a roll call. I'm doing a roll call. Did anybody got their real ID? Did they? I know I gotta
I,
wait for I gotta go up to the office in July after I filled it out last month. See,
mm.
I know you already did, Dosh.
Oh my God, that Sheila's there. Shout
oh,
out to
oh
Dacia.
my gosh. I'm like it's like
Too cute.
it's so much there's so much stuff that's happening that it's I'm just so afraid now that how it used to be and how we were just so carefree and having fun and just enjoying ourselves, that's starting to
Maybe it's
disappear.
gonna take one block at a time. Maybe we need to like hit every block, start playing Ringo Levio. You know what I'm saying? Pull out some jump ropes and start double dutching. You know what I'm saying? And then leave off the block, let the kids handle it from there.
Unless
You
somebody
know what I'm
steals
saying?
the
Like
rope and whip everybody with it.
that's true too. But I mean, we gotta take it back. I know
I
we're gonna
know.
evolve into new stuff, but it's making people like deadheads. Our kids are not, you know what I'm saying? They don't know how to socialize anymore. They don't know how to hold
Nothing.
conversations no more. Their head is in the phone, their head is on. It's too much, man. But we can control that.
But again, I have to say it. It's like the reason why a lot of people is in their phones and in their and constantly is because they either they're contacting people that's not around the corner or not around the block. One, two, it's like they're either trying to make their situation better than what it was before, right?
And
That's two.
right.
And um and then three, hey Kimmy. Hey Kimmy, how you doing? Thank you for coming. Thank you for the heartbeat. Thank you.
You
And
do not have
three
a
is
Yankees hat. Oh, I was gonna put
this. Oh,
mine
my
on
dad,
tonight.
my dad gave me this one. How you doing? Thank you. Oh, we're talking about the conversation we're talking about. I'm on here as well as on live at on YouTube, and the conversation is called. The topic is press credentials, courtroom photos, and point of view. Because I'm a photographer and I am actually intertwining the two with the courtroom, because you don't have to just take pictures for like fashion week and events and music concerts and stuff like that. You could do photos for courtrooms and what's the darn word? I always get that
Forensic.
name wrong. There you go.
Oh
Forensic
God.
files and stuff like that. And I want people to know. And reason why I put these two together, because I'm human. Thank
Right.
you. Thank you for the thank you for the roses. Thank you. And the reason why we're talking about this, because I'm a human being and I have my point of view, and I have my guest on here. Her name is Kimmy too. But she goes by the name of Kamiko. And we're talking about it because we're trying to understand how does all this come about. It's like she said, "Hey, Kimmy." She said,
Hey.
"Hey, Kimmy." She said, "Hey." It's like we're trying to figure out how come this all came about. And between me and Kamiko, we actually were around the time when hip hop really came about. And I know I've in passing I came across with Puff, not Sean Diddy Combs, back in the days
Mm-hmm.
in the 90s, when he first came out with his first artist, and his first artist was Craig Mack. And
Yeah, that was a sad story.
yeah, and then from there, I
Was
remember that.
sad.
I remember the time when, you remember the time when he did the basketball
Oh yeah. Yep. Yep.
game,
Yep.
and somebody got killed at that game.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Jeff was
and then
always around.
it was like he at one point, it was one he was this one different. I don't know who this. I definitely don't know who this Sean Love is right now. I've never met him. I've met the other
Well,
one before.
the love guy. You see, you
He's
have to understand what
he's
his
crazy.
religion and who it is that he is. Tell the people about the movie. Maybe they might want to watch it.
Oh,
That
okay,
reminds you.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just inform y'all. When we was talking about this whole situation with Puffy and Casey and stuff like that and all that business, and we was trying to, and I'm thinking about all the stuff that they was talking about, what he was doing, and as up to up to now, my head is blowing. I'm mind blown. Um, it kind of reminded me of back in the days of a movie called Caligula. Okay, it's an old movie about it's in the times of Julius Caesar, and how had he he had so much control to a point that he abused it so badly that the stuff he would do, it was like, why would you do that? And he kind of, from what they were talking about, what Diddy did, reminded me a little bit of him. So if y'all have good stomachs, and the name of the movie again it was made in 1979 or probably a little bit later, but it's called Caligula.
If they
So
want us, we could watch it together and then come back and talk about it because I really think that it plays a big role in the times that it was
yeah,
going on. And if you do your research on Diddy, you may see some, stuff that will add up.
yeah,
I'm just,
it's I mean, it's just so funny. It's like, even from
I'm
dag let-
saying, but wait, they paying for this case with my money too, cause I
oh, this
I don't
case.
have money to be spending on this case. Yeah, I don't have it.
Oh my
I ain't
gosh,
got it, D. I'm gonna have to pull out. They're gonna listen.
I
They're
got
gonna have to
lint.
pull back.
Wait, hold on. I got a a doggy,
What's
the doggy, the dispenser bags from Max.
damn?
That's all I
I'm
got
gonna
in my
look into
pocket.
like no, this
I don't
Guilty.
know.
That's it. Come on, I ain't got time for all of this. Got all of
But
this.
me,
Wait, let me ask you a
but let,
question, D. What do they
thank
mean about
you.
12 of your peers?
What pairs are those? What
I
pairs? What
don't,
pairs? It's like that's another thing I don't understand when they say 12 of your peers. Who do I know? I'm like, I don't know you. I don't
right.
know you either.
And
If
then the
it be
ones that
12 of
know
my
you, they're not supposed to be able to stand and judge you. That's crazy.
right. So they don't understand. I don't understand that. I'm like, shoot. That
Any
just doesn't
lawyers in the
mean it.
crowd I need to understand anybody in the crowd that may know about these peers that I don't know about.
I'm like, I
12
never
of my
met you.
peers, I'd be like, I don't know. Right,
I'm like, who you? I don't
right.
know you. Like, shoot. I know one person should be on there, be Dash. I'd be like, shoot. I know Dash my peer. She'd be on the jury. She'd be like, not guilty. I'd be
She's
like, oh
so
Lord.
funny.
I'd be shaking my head. I'd be like, oh man. Oh my God. Let's go home and eat some ice cream. Okay, let's go. But oh
That's
my
right. Straight
God.
to La La Land. La La La.
And
Sing
call
that
it a
song.
day.
That's it.
I'll sing it after when we get off. But it's I'm really like, again, people, we're all connected. This, even though this is not, it doesn't this whole casing doesn't really bring home the bills. Don't pay the bills and stuff. It really doesn't. But in some ways it is connected, and I can kind of like pinpoint it out in a way, because you always gotta let those younger generations that's actually coming up know that don't take don't take anything that somebody promised you as it's going to happen. Don't think that if you see a celebrity and they're a little bit fond of you, they're like, well, hey, what you do? Oh, yeah, I sing, and oh yeah, and some of that. Oh, well,
Okay.
come backstage, and you know,
Mm.
we have to actually prepare the younger generation.
How can we do that when we have YouTubers, when we have, when you could type in black beef section and stuff like that? That you ever typed in white beef sectors and
Nah,
it, I don't
mm-mm.
understand why it's like this. I'm still trying to figure it out. Don't we want the best for our people? I don't understand. I do. I want the best for all of y'all. I want
Yeah,
all of y'all. Everybody could pick up a YouTube page. Everybody could try their best and just get the numbers up and do your own thing. Everybody could get
yeah,
together and get free game and do whatever it is that you want to do. It's the
right.
people that don't want you to do it. And it's not for everybody. I've been trying to do
Yeah,
this thing like forever, but I'm going to get it one day. Like, one day I might
yeah.
find a crew of people that really like to hear my voice, but it's not a lot. But, it is what it is. But
Let
yeah,
me
we
ask
could do
y'all out
anything
there.
we want to do, people.
Let me ask the people in TikTok land. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Do you really think that Diddy, Love, or whoever he wants to call himself now, um, do you feel that he's guilty? And if you feel that he's guilty, what punishment should he get? What would be equal to the punishment that he should get? Or would that punishment really solve the problem? Or would that punishment, how can I say? Because sometimes people put people in jail and it doesn't solve anything, because when they serve the time, they come back out, they still do the same thing over and over again instead of going to the root of the problem. So my question is to you, to everybody out there, TikTok as well as YouTube, y'all tell me, what do y'all think? Do you think is he guilty from the evidence and what they're so far giving, right? Because so far they charged him for, is it for RICO and sex trafficking and all that stuff, because so far what we're hearing so far is about Cassie. And if it's sex trafficking, it will be more than one person. Am I correct, Kimmy? I think she
They're
must have
trying
went
to
on.
make Cassie look like she's this girl that was just out here to get money or whatever, whatever. At the
But
end of the
but my
day, no means
but my
no, yes
but
means
my question
yes.
but my question is that what they charging him for? They saying that it's supposed to be I'm just don't
The
quote me. I gotta
trafficking,
go back.
the drug.
Trafficking, sex
Yeah, there's a
trafficking.
lot of.
So if so, because so far what they're actually doing is that we constantly seeing about him and Cassie, and
Because they're
if it's
trying to
sex
make it into
trafficking,
domestic abuse. That's why
but
they're trying to
but
make
what
it
I'm
into domestic abuse case, and it's not that.
but my question is that they were trying to first was doing sex trafficking, and if it's sex trafficking, from my understanding is, and if correct me if I'm wrong, is it supposed to be more than one person? That means you're sex trafficking. You mean you taking
No,
a
it don't
person?
have to be. It's you and somebody else that is moving somebody out of state, from one
Hmm.
place to another. But you know what? I guess. But when you listen to Jonathan Adi's interview,
Hmm.
full
Uh-huh.
interview, and I think you probably could find it on YouTube.
Okay.
Jonathan Adi been telling this
Mhm.
story for years. Okay,
Mhm. Mhm.
allegedly Diddy paid him off because Diddy gave him the herbs, right? And
Mhm.
so he gave him some big amount of money, but then he started running scared for his life. Nobody would listen to him because he was
Mhm.
saying stuff like real weird stuff that how people don't want to hear because everybody thinks
Right.
that people are conspiracy theorists, and there's no conspiracies. Okay,
Right.
it's either the
Right.
truth or it's not. But anywho,
Right.
um, so he was like, listen, I don't have a lot of family here, da 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 da, but
Mhm.
I should have some kind of proof, and I'm gonna show
Right.
it to you because
Right.
before he gave me this money, I didn't have no
Mhm.
money in the bank. You feel me? You gotta go watch the full,
Right.
like when they did his interview, they was even trying to find
Mhm.
for years. They kept bringing him um to court and then saying like he can't make it today, and for years he never showed up. He never showed up. And they're like,
Right.
well, damn, how
Right.
come he's in the system but he's never showing up to court? This man
Mhm.
been like, I think that this thing, some of the stuff that he said that went on, that he has proof that he's seen for himself, it's
Mhm.
bad. I'm gonna tell you
Mhm.
straight up, it's bad. This Cassie has nothing on what Jonathan or Adi has to say. And it's
Wow.
real disturbing. Yeah, it's real disturbing.
Wow.
Because remember, he got arrested for going and trying to pew pew up
Oh.
the
Oh.
Trump
Uh-huh.
building. You
Wow.
understand? And
Pew
I don't even know
pew.
what happened with that case because he looked like he been in custody, like protected custody or something. I don't know what's going on. But check out
Wow.
Jonathan Adi's video of
Okay.
him being interrogated because
Hear that,
and
people.
it's a good long, it's pretty long.
Mhm.
He starts off telling it, like talking about people, you know, the Rick Rosses
Right.
and Khaled. Sus.
It's
You know what I'm saying? So, and I believe it. I believe it all. I believe everything he say. Everything. I ain't
right.
missing a beat. Cause
Wow.
nothing. I
Wow.
mean,
But it's
you gotta stop sitting down idolizing these people. Stop.
mhm.
Then you wonder why they behave
Yeah.
like this. It's us that's doing it. These people can't have
Right.
nothing without you.
Right.
They don't even go on YouTube and say hi to y'all. They don't even
Yeah.
do none of that stuff.
Yeah.
You can't even
Yeah.
get them. You know what I'm saying? Like the Beyonce had a concert the other day, right?
Mhm.
Mad people was buying tickets. Then it was like, yo, I ain't got no money. I ain't pay my rent. This, that, and the third. They started selling.
Mhm.
I don't even know if it's true, but they said her tickets had went down so low, like
The
$20.
$20. Yeah, I
Listen,
heard that
I
too.
and I'm like, please, I
Is
ain't got
that
no
true out
evidence
there,
of it.
people?
So, girl,
Wait,
I
wait.
don't know, but I know that's a hot mess.
Does anybody know if Beyonce's tickets went down to $20? Let me know. Put in the comments. let me know, because
That's
that's
crazy, bro.
shocking. That's shocking.
I know
You
somebody
know?
that went and paid like 300 and something was like tight as hell. I want my 280 back. What about that?
Oh,
I'm gonna need my
wow.
280 back before I leave here,
Wow.
right?
Wow.
Because that's
Wow.
crazy.
Wow. That's and
And
right
then y'all
now,
go. Oh, wait. I
and
want
right
to ask you how you feel about her daughter. Why it look like to me like her daughter be tired and she don't want to be. She don't look like no
which
little
one?
sweet 13.
Which one?
Blue Ivy. You know,
Blue Ivy?
Blue
It seems
Ivy look like she's tired. She's being pushed to do something she don't really want to do. That should be on her free time if she decides that's what she want to do. But old girl look like she is just she want to have fun. She's only 13. Y'all dressing her up like she's a woman. It's not cool.
my question
Save
to
the
everybody out
children,
there,
y'all.
but let me ask you this, Kimmy. And I'm gonna ask everybody else out there too, and YouTube. I keep on looking here and there, and at the same time, I got one thing I have to do is get this a little bit better. I'm gonna try to get this better. This is the first time, so don't kill me. Don't kill the messenger. Don't kill me.
And don't charge
But
it to the heart. No,
yeah,
sir.
there you go. But my question is, because I seen another video of
Hmm.
both daughters, but I seen one of the littlest daughter,
Oh,
right?
yeah. And people was
Is
making fun of that little girl.
is I'm trying to figure out, is she autistic?
She probably is, but you know what? Um, so
No, no, no,
like
no. The
like
only the
yeah,
only
I
reason
think she
the
may
only
be.
reason the only reason why is because this is the reason why I'm trying to point it out, because I seen one video of
Hmm.
a person on stage, and they was, had her and stuff like that, and they was doing all flowers, and she took the flower and she threw it back.
Hmm.
But
Aw.
there was another video of all of
Hmm.
them, plus Beyonce's mom, and
Hmm.
it seemed like the girl was so happy and cheerful, stuff like that, and they was trying to calm her down, like trying to tell her, stop it, stop it, stop it.
Hmm.
And I'm wondering, because there's some people that understand it and understand if that's what their child have.
Yeah,
And
but
then there's
sometimes
some
when you
people,
have
but then
this,
there's some people that try to shush it away, that like
you have to
they don't.
remember the girl that said that Jay Z and Diddy did that. She was supposed to be special needs as well. So to me,
Wow.
they do things strategically. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So like I just be like, okay, whatever. Like yeah, all right. But the little girl
Right.
should not be exposed like that. I mean, if because the thing is that people I knew about Sir and the little girl, but
Hmm.
that's not our business, right? Like if
Right.
she don't want to bring them out, and I can't stand her, I'm gonna keep it a buck. But if she don't want
Right.
to bring the babies out, leave the kids alone. What's wrong with
Right.
y'all?
Yeah.
Y'all got people
Yeah.
out here making videos, laughing. These kids need to be kids. You know how many kids is
Yeah.
running around with these. Listen, and y'all mothers stop trying to get these checks for these kids, and ain't nothing wrong with them. Feed them some food and work on their gut, and they'll be all right. Tired of y'all. Shit.
Oh my gosh, damn. Oh
I'm
my god. I
listen.
know. Oh man, it's 11:35. We've been on here for an hour and a half.
Yeah, y'all got me hungry.
Me too. I haven't eaten my food yet, and I have my salmon. I made salmon. I'm gonna make some rice and everything and stuff like that. I had
No,
some more.
not the salmon, D. Not the salmon.
Yes, salmon.
Oh my god.
It's calling moi. It is calling
Oh,
moi, and my stomach is saying, "Come on, we're gonna eat." Yes, sir. Yes,
before
it
you sing the song, before we can you just just a little piece.
Oh gosh, which song you want me to sing? Do you want me to sing a
The-
spoonful of
Just
sugar,
do the no,
or
the sound of music.
music? Every time I do,
Yes.
it's like, damn, I don't even have nothing. I gotta drink
Drink a
something.
little water. Right. Drink a little water. Cause Abraham done brought me some oxtail and rice and peas, and I'm going to
See,
yum them.
darn, I should have gotten me some of that before the night was
Yes.
over. Mm-mm.
Mm,
Mm-mm. Yeah.
here we
Just to
go.
let y'all know. Wait, let me just let them know. Let me just let the people know. Okay. Long story short, how I am, my character, I'm more like the peacemaker, not the peacemaker, more like the humble person. I love, I love, I love black and white movies. I love certain old time stuff. I love Mary
Castles.
Poppins. Yeah, I love castles. I love castles. Um, I love Mary Poppins, and that's why Kimmy calls me Mary Poppins.
Yes,
Poppins,
she's married.
Poppins,
Poppins.
Poppins. Hello,
Mm-hmm.
Poppins. So,
Right.
and she loves it when times are like nice and down. She always said, she's like, Poppins, can you just sing this song for me, please? Please, sir, can I have some more? So
Yes.
so then I have to go. I go and I say, okay, give me a second, and I go, go. The hills are alike with the sounds of music.
I
Ah.
love it.
And then
I
she's fine.
appreciate that. It's so. Listen, I'm a big kid at heart, and
I
I love.
know,
I got on my Mickey Mouse shoes right now,
I know,
and I'm gonna go.
I
I'm
know.
gonna cam up the next time.
Oh
You know what
man.
I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. All right, all right. See what we can
Shoal
talk
is,
about.
shoal is. I'm gonna
Do the
cam up the
whoop,
next time.
whoop, whoop, and do it backwards. Whoop,
Yup.
whoop, 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 whoop. Listen,
Oh God,
everybody's in the live on TikTok. Come on, let's just tap the screen. Let's get the likes up to, let's see, it's 735. Let's try to get up to 800 before the night is over. Before we clock out.
girl,
Let's
go
get it
D,
up to
go
let's get
D,
up to
go
800.
D,
Come on.
go
Give me
D.
some likes. Give me some
Ow,
likes.
ow,
I hope
ow.
y'all like
I can't be
this.
doing
I'm
this
gonna do
Mary
a
J.
little bit.
Blige dance.
What you are?
Oh, yeah,
I'm gonna
it's
try to
just
do
like
a
hurting my
little bit of
legs.
this. Oh my gosh, man. I'm gonna try to I'm gonna do a little
Mm.
bit better with this TikTok thing and integrate it with everything. But I'm gonna
Oh
try to
yeah,
do
I
this
have
more.
TikTok, so we could do it. But mine is under the AI boutique. But you know what? I'm gonna have my little avatars over there chilling with us.
Yeah.
So
Cause
true
what it
that.
is that I would need to see. I'm trying to figure this out because eventually I'm gonna try to do this on all platforms. So
Right.
everybody would get to hear everything and stuff like that and talk about certain
All right.
things and
Ask your people how many people gonna watch that movie so we can go watch it together so
oh
that we can come back and talk about it. And I'm telling y'all gonna be like, oh
I'm
my
gonna
god,
I'm gonna tell
the
y'all people
diddler.
too. I gotta look at I gotta look at different ways because I can't split my eyes. I can't like split my eyes, look at one camera and the other camera. But
Mhm.
TikTok people, the movie is called Caligula. I keep on Caligula, right? And it reminds me of Diddy from all the stuff they talked about. Now, I'm wondering if anybody out there is going to watch the movie. If you are, let me know. Put in the comments or DM me or send me a message, and then I can try to do another live that all of us can watch it at the same time and we can actually talk about it. I mean, literally talk about it because this movie is if you have a good stomach. So, but I'm telling you, it's
Yep.
really
The
man.
diddler ain't no joke. The diddler's out here diddling. Take this, take that. You see
The
what I'm
Diddler
saying?
is a joke.
He's diddling.
Oh my god! But
And
listen,
old heads, I'm gonna need y'all to calm it down. Let's go back and remember the good old days. You know what I'm
oh my
saying?
gosh, we
And
got
try to
five
stay in
people.
that space.
Kimmy, we got
Huh?
5 people watching on YouTube. Hey
Oh
everybody!
no, not five. Where's Miss
Now
Beverly?
it went down to now it went down to 4. Hey everybody! Hi. It's gonna
That
go
was
down.
a hater. A hater. Bye, hater. We love haters
Listen,
though. We'll
look,
take
what we gonna
anybody in the seats.
yeah, listen, look, what we're gonna try to
Where's Miss
do. I don't know.
Beverly?
I don't know. Miss Beverly, are you there? If you're there, type say I'm here. Say I'm here in the comments.
Yeah,
I
give
thought
everybody a wrench when you can. Everybody gets wrenches. Listen, we don't
yeah.
know. We don't care. Everybody get a
And
wrench. Come in, get a wrench. Free
thank you very much.
wrenches.
And everybody, right now, I must say thank you for coming into live to hear us talk about this whole thing. I know that some of y'all's like, dag, another person talking about this Cassie thing and Diddy, and they're getting it's like it's ridiculous. But I think that we're trying to look at it in a totally different point of view because even though we don't really know him, I've met him before. I know I've been to I've been to Daddy's house because of singing, and I knew some people that actually work in the music industry and doing engineering and stuff like that. And just to compare it from compare it from that time back in the 90s and the early 200s to now
You said two
is
hundreds,
I think it's 200. Oh, 2000.
2000.
Yeah, there you go. I'm
I'm done.
sorry. I know. I'm all over. But
That
to
Sheila
compare
pull up.
the two,
Mm-mm.
to compare the
Mm-mm.
two, it's like it's two different people. I
Day and
don't know who
night.
the hell.
Facts.
I'm like, I don't know who the hell this person is. Not
This
one
guy's
bit.
named Love. Yeah, I don't know. This guy named Love.
I don't know him, B. I don't know him.
Love.
Love nothing.
You'll figure it out as you go along. You're gonna understand why he named himself Love, and he has the Love album. You
I
know what I'm
don't know.
saying?
It's
Like
it's, it's
he's a very funny character. They're unleashing a lot of characters. Remember, this is a world stage, right?
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Look.
Yeah, it's a world
Look,
stage, and I'm here for it. I'm dancing.
I
I'm
know you
dancing.
are. Do
I'm
the Morris Day
dancing.
dance. Oh
I'm
we oh we oh.
dancing. I'm
Yeah.
dancing. Ooh, I'm, my God.
Oh Lord, I better
Yes,
text
I think you
her.
sang my favorite song. I'm ready to go. Bye,
Yeah.
people. I love y'all. We be
Li-
back. We be
All
back.
right, Kimmy. Thank you
We
so
be
much for
back.
coming. Do you
Yes,
want to do?
ma'am.
We need to figure out. We're gonna do this once like on Fridays or well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, and we'll do a little bit better so
Yeah.
everybody can actually probably
I like to
probably
have
even.
everybody. When I used to be in Clubhouse, I like how it was set up. Everybody's talking, da 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 da. But I
Oh,
think it was TikTok where you had mad stages, like people
yeah,
that
you
could come
can.
to the stage.
Yeah,
And
you
I think
can.
that's the next move that we should take because
Okay.
everybody,
So,
you know what I'm saying? Like everybody should have free will to talk.
yeah.
You know what I
So maybe
mean?
we could do that. Well, we'll plan it out and stuff like that, and then we'll let everybody. We'll let
Yeah.
all of y'all know exactly time, place. Well, places on the internet, and time and day and stuff like that. And you can just chill with us and
Hmm.
stuff. Next time I'm gonna have music and stuff like that. But you know me. First things first, I'm going to play some hip hop, and on top of that, some old school joints. Some old school. Oh, on that note, before we leave, I'm taking out the iPad because
Oh,
you know something. You know something. There's one song.
you're about to get flagged like a
Well,
mug.
okay, let me turn
Copyright.
it off then. Let me. Yeah. Damn it.
See,
Damn it.
YouTube gonna be like, yeah, I can't stand them too. Anyway, let's get them.
Yeah.
Right. I got some haters that's
Okay.
like, yeah, we gonna get them. Right.
Get them.
Don't
Get
get D,
them.
get the other
Get
one.
them.
Yeah, get her. Right.
So
Oh
listen,
boy.
everybody. Thank you again. Thank you all for taking the time and listening to us talk about
I
this whole
appreciate
thing.
you guys more than
Um,
you'll ever know.
yeah. Next time I'll do a little bit better with TikTok to show them again. Anything I'm gonna talk about is gonna show. I'm gonna have pictures along with it, and always give homage to all the photographers because I have more pictures to show. And I want to give a shout out to like um, AP that was doing some pictures that I showed. Um, Elder Ordez, another photographer, and David D. Delgado. I want to give a shout out to you too because those are my fellow photographers. We are all trying to capture that feeling and that moment. You understand what I'm
Yep.
saying? And I know from if I couldn't hear, if I couldn't hear anything from the pictures would tell me the whole story. Would tell me
Story.
exactly how they were
Exactly. And you
feeling.
know what, people? Try to start making a photo album and stop leaving these
Hmm.
pictures in your phone so that people could
Exactly.
actually save them for when your grandkids and your great grandkids, and it's like
Hmm.
we gotta
Hmm.
stop
Hmm.
being complicit and just stop, get out and listen. The green pill or the red pill? What y'all doing? What are we doing here? All right.
He said,
What are we doing
I was
here? Let's get
like
those
Neo.
pictures printed. Call a photographer. Let the photographer take your family photo. Put them up for Christmas. Well,
I'll be
yeah,
sleeping.
yeah. You know what?
Stop.
It's an amazing. No photographers ain't going nowhere. AI could do all they want to do.
No,
The
it's
photographers
not.
are
It's
always
not.
gonna be out
Photography,
there.
that's another
Yeah.
thing too. Another thing,
Mhm.
yeah, we're not going anywhere. We're definitely ain't going
Yeah.
nowhere. They could do as many softwares, AI,
It's only
extensions,
gonna get more
whatever.
expensive because it's gonna be, something that is gonna be really requested, and a lot of photographers are getting old. They're trying to like pass
Hmm.
the baton, and then you got the younger people that's like, I don't want to do that. I'm doing AI. So you're gonna
Yeah, try
have
to do
like
that new
not
stuff.
as many. You can't go to
Hmm.
Sears, okay? Remember Sears had
Man,
that photography booth
yeah, I
charging
remember.
all that money?
Oh, wait. You mean wait? Are you talking about out of the booths or when you go to
Yeah,
JC Penney? You
no,
know how
I'm
JC
talking about Sears
the
when they
booths?
take your family
When
photo
you would,
and you got to
oh my
sign those papers.
no,
Listen,
you know what I thought about when you said
what?
that? I thought you was talking about remember back at Green Acres Mall upstairs when
Up
they
there.
had the big booth and you had we
Oh
all used to
no.
match me. I know I have pictures of me and my best friend. We had
Oh,
the white shirts and I think it was white shirts and black pants and we was
show
doing
the
our poses in the
picture.
booth. Yep.
Yeah. Why I have a picture of back in the days on 125th by the chair. I'm
Oh
done. Remember the wicked chair?
yeah, oh my gosh. Okay, it's time to go. Listen,
I'm
people, let
gone.
me get out of here. Let me get
And
listen.
we
I
out.
love all of y'all. I love everybody. Listen again. This again, please follow Kamiko. She's on TikTok. Kamiko, and it's the AI
I
boutique
think
on
I'm
both of
at
them.
the AI booth. Yeah.
At the AI
The
boutique,
AI
okay.
boutique.
Make sure you follow her on TikTok and on YouTube. And
I'm
also
over
I'm
here
on
to
TikTok.
fight with a moth.
Well, yeah,
Get
everybody
off.
on TikTok
Get
knows,
off.
you know.
Get off.
What you say?
Get
What
out
you
of my
talking about?
way.
Get off, huh?
It's a moth. I'm trying to fight a moth. Come
Oh my
on.
gosh, you're fighting them all.
I'm trying. All right, he going down for the count. I'm out.
And
Later,
listen,
later, y'all. I
bye,
can't stand
Kimmy.
myself sometimes. Bye, y'all.
Get out of here. Listen, we'll talk later. I'm just gonna. All right, people. Again, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming into the lives. I do appreciate this. The first one I've done, and I must say I did a pretty good job. If I say so myself. But again, thank you. I'll let you know when the next live is going to be on YouTube as well as TikTok. And the time when I'm doing them both together, and I'm gonna do a little bit better. And again, if you have YouTube, it's Danielle Bennett Photos. And again, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I love y'all. Thank you for giving me your ears and your time. And again, whatever you do, be safe, be safe, be safe, be safe. Bye, everybody. And for you, good night. Thank you again. Oh, one, like you gotta, some time for me to go get me something to eat. Yay! I'm gonna get me something to eat. I'm trying to figure out how to and I'm still I'm not gonna say I'm learning. I'm actually doing. Good night, y'all.